Right, Mike,
Martin.
we haven't seen you for a few hours. Where have you been?
I've been hiding. I was actually in Itiel Dror's workshop, which is a longer session than most of them. It's a double session. And Itiel, if you don't know about him, he's a neuroscientist. So he specialises in practical applications as well as clinical research. So he really does bridge the gap between what the lab rats do and say and what it means for us in the rest of the world. Fascinating guy. Most of what he said I heard before at a previous session that we talked about last year. But he said a few things that really just iterate, and that is that almost everything out there on the shop floor that says the word neuroscience, he says is absolute bull, because it isn't. Neuroscience is not that easy to translate into reality. So the minute somebody relabels it, he says, ask yourself the question, what do they really mean, and where's the research and where's the theory?
Okay.
Having said that, what he did highlight to us was, in terms of making things practical, quite often what we do is we focus on retraining when we're trying to change something that's quite small, and we do it really quickly. Whereas one of the key learnings for me was, if we're making a small change to something, actually as human beings, it's harder for us to change. So if we've been used to doing a particular process or procedure, and we've been doing that for years, and all of a sudden our employers want us to change a little bit, it's actually harder than learning the whole thing in the first place, because we're having to unlearn just a tiny part. We need to understand why. So that for me was a real big takeaway.
So what do we do about that?
It means that we need to understand when we're making minor changes, we really need to focus on it and not just think that a 5-minute briefing will change the middle of a process, because we've got X many months or years of habits to try to undo in a few seconds.
Brilliant.
That was my key takeaway.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Martin. See you later.